So here we are again, Masquerade, another episode by popular demand. Well, I suppose this is the finale of Craig and Maddie. We left it. Maddie was down in Phuket working at a large cabaret as a hairdresser, makeup artist, wanting to be a dancer. Craig had just arranged a 4-week holiday with his boss back in Ireland, and Maddie was working, as I say, doing a bit of makeup as well, but she was such a good hairdresser. Wasn't long, literally weeks before she was promoted up to the main hairdresser, and she was on a really good salary. I mean, those shows generate a lot of money, so it wasn't long. She was probably on 20,000-30,000 baht, which she could earn more out in a salon probably, but she was still on good money, and she had just had the basic room. Craig had some bad news from his boss. He had the 4-week holiday. He hadn't booked flights and things, luckily, but he had the 4-week holiday booked. The boss had so much work on, and one of the other drivers had fallen sick long term, and he cancelled Craig's holiday. Craig couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't afford to just go and move to Thailand at his stage in life. Didn't have the savings. He just had to knuckle down and carry on working. A few emails backwards and forwards to Maddie. Maddie understood. He was just going to have to wait a few more months. This happens to everyone sometimes. So he just carried on working as normal. Maddie, over the next few months, got very friendly with another ladyboy who was in the show as a dancer, and this other ladyboy was living in a really nice condo, sharing with a girl, another ladyboy, and that ladyboy had lost the job. There was a queue for the dancing jobs, so Maddie she's just in the queue. Doesn't matter how good she is, she hasn't had a break yet. She will do, sure, she'll get a break. She moves in with this ladyboy dancer into this really nice condo, and it was about 8,000-9,000 baht a month, but it was subsidised, I think, by a foreigner as well. So Maddie was just paying this other girl 3,000 baht a month, and she's got an upgrade. There was a swimming pool, the gym, and Maddie got really friendly with this other ladyboy. They really got on well. This other ladyboy was not post-op, so still had the male organs. 2 months, 3 months passed. Craig eventually gets his holiday, and he gets a 5-week holiday. The other guy's back, another driver's been taken on, and his boss is really understanding and sort of, thanks for helping me out, off you go. Direct flight, he has to fly, I think, down to London Heathrow, and then a direct flight into Phuket. So he emails Maddie, and Maddie lets him know that she's now moved into a condo. He can't stay there with her, and she's working long hours in the afternoon and evenings. She's sort of a bit negative, but anyway, off he goes, flies into Phuket. He gets himself just a cheap hotel, second road, so it's the road one in from the main beach in Patong, towards the end, and it's only about 650 baht a night. And immediately he heads off. He lands mid-afternoon, so he heads off straight away to find where the show is and go and see Maddie, all excited. He gives her a call, and she's working, but she says, I can get you inside, I'll get you a pass, you can come in, there's no problem, because the show's not on until night time, and there's no bosses really about. they don't mind. And she's quite well up now with doing the hairdressing. She's got in there with the bosses. Not enough to get a dancing job. And he gets to the show, and he gets to where the back door is, and out comes Maddie, and he's all over her. But she's a little bit standoffish, you know. Maybe doesn't like other people seeing what she's got a foreign boyfriend. Anyway, she does give him a cuddle and a kiss, and just says to him, you know, come on in, you don't be too vocal, rather keep our business private. I'll show you around. And in they go. She shows him around the stage and the show, and in they go to the area, the dressing rooms and the makeup rooms, and there's even ladyboys there trying on different outfits, and they're topless. They just don't care, they're just changing. That was a bit of an eye-opener for him, suddenly seeing he's just got off the plane topless ladyboys everywhere. Anyway, he's all excited, and she says that she's got him tickets for the show for the night, so he can sit out and watch the show free, but she's got to work all night. And she says to him she's working 7 days, 7 nights, trying to get in with the bosses, trying to land this dancing job, so she's trying to get merit. Plus she's living in this condo now with this other lady boy, and she's working 2 in the afternoon through till midnight, sometimes a bit later. He just says to her, I'm sorry, you know, my career's first, it's always been first. I'm not going to get to see you in the daytime. I can see you in the morning when I get up between sort of 10 and 2. It's a bit of a blow. He's got a 5-week holiday. Patong is expensive to live. But he's like, what can he do? This is just her career move at the moment. He's got to accept it. But he wants to stay with her. He wants to sleep with her. So he says, well, can't you come and stay at my hotel after you finish work? And she said, well, no, because I'm so tired. I really just want to go home and sleep and not, you know. So that was another sort of blow to him. What could he do? I mean, he can't kick off at her. She wants to stay in her condo. Anyway, okay, he accepts it. She goes back to work, he goes exploring Patong, gets some food, time at the hotel. Evening comes around pretty quick. Again, he contacts her, said, do you want to get some food before your evening show? Do you go out and eat? And she said, well, I've already eaten, the girls bring food in. Eating on his own again. Off he goes. Then he goes to the show and watches the show, and it's a fabulous show. Amazing. Gets to go backstage. Must be at about 9:30 and see her. And she's quite off with him. He meets the girl she's now living with, who's just come off stage, and she introduces her. And straight away he can see there's something not quite right. They've got like a magical connection, the way they touch each other. He doesn't say anything. He's just, okay, I'll just, you know. And he says to her, great show, fabulous night. All the other girls come in there, and again they're all running around getting changed. And she says, I'm going to introduce you to a lot of the girls. And she takes him round, meets all the show girls, and she says, I've got to go out the front now, do a bit of touch up on hair, because they all go out and get photos with foreigners and things. Come on out the front. So he does, and there they are, all the show girls, a lot of them are out there getting photos. There's this one Thai girl, not sure of her name, quite small Thai girl, very pretty, with really good English. And Maddie gets this girl. This girl's like she does all the errands for the lady boys. She sets up customers for the photo. She does everything. Before he gets some food, probably does drinks. She's like the backstage gopher. I think when Maddie puts in with this girl and introduces him, I don't know her name, so let's call her X. So he meets X, and Maddie tells X, look, take care of my friend. Doesn't say my boyfriend, my friend. And show him around at the front and see what happens. And Maddie says to him, then once I've done this, I've got to go back in, work, and then I'll be heading off home later on, so we'll catch up in the morning. I'll give you a ring when I get up. And he's like, okay, brilliant, no problem at all. So X starts walking him around and showing him, she's chatting. She's really good English, really good English, and chatting away to him. She seems quite a quiet person, I would say, normally, but she's chatting away to him. She tells him about all the photo sessions, how the girls can charge 100, 200 baht for photos, and this is the way they supplement their income. It goes on for about an hour after every show. Some nights there's a couple of shows, and she coordinates a lot of it, lines up the customers, and it sort of comes to an end, and she says, that's it, I'll see you again. And she sort of walks off and leaves him. So there he is in the car park of this big show. He just can't work out what's going on with Maddie. He suspects something. The fact that the other lady boy seems so friendly, maybe it's just because they're flatmates now. Finds himself, you know, it's 10 at night in Patong. The only thing he can do is head back to the hotel, but he does. He thought, I'll have a wander and get a beer somewhere, and that's the second road near the hotel. There's a few beer bars at the back behind a market. Goes and gets a few beers. He's looking around, of course. He's a guy. He's looking at the girls, and he's just, there's a lot of very professional girls around there, and he's not interested. Sees a few lady boys, but not really full lady boys, or just wandering and prowling around the streets. He heads back to the hotel. Next morning, gets up, goes out and gets breakfast. He's up early. He's up at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. There's no breakfast at this cheap hotel. He heads off down to the beach, walks along the front, just finds some breakfast at one of the resorts on the front. Goes across on the beach, has a sit on the beach, just contemplating life. He thinks he's going to get a call about 10 from Maddie, and she's living somewhere, he believes, not far from his hotel, sort of halfway up the hill, going over the top. So he thinks he'll stay in that end near the hotel, and then when she calls he can just get a bike taxi and go to wherever she's going to meet him. So breakfast, heads back to the hotel. There is a swimming pool. It's only 9:30. He thinks I'll have a quick swim. He's got his phone there, so no problem. 10 o'clock comes, 11 o'clock comes, and he's thinking, what's going on? So picks his phone up and he rings, and Maddie is a little bit angry with him because he's woken her up. She said, I haven't woken up, you know, a bit angry, I'll ring you in a bit. Puts the phone down on him. So maybe she had a later night. 12 o'clock comes, 1 o'clock. Eventually the phone call comes, 1:15. Oh, I'm sorry, I had a late night, I overslept. I'm off to work now. Come and see me later on at work, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock-ish. And puts the phone down again, and he's like, oh dear, this isn't good. The love of his life, new love of his life. What can he do? Goes out, wanders around, has a beer, gets some lunch, has more beer. About 3-ish, he can't wait. 3-ish, he heads up to the show. Gets to the back door, and guy's there. He hasn't got a pass this time. So trying to explain to come see Maddie. And the guy wanders off, comes back out, and X comes out the door. brings X out, that girl, Thai girl. And she says, oh right, the show doesn't start till later, and Maddie's doing hair. Let me just check with her what's happening, if she's expecting you, and can you go in? Off she goes, comes back. Maddie's too busy cutting hair. She can't see you. She's got to concentrate. But she's asked me to take care of you. She says, I want some food. It's my time of the day where I can go and get some food. Let's go. quite forceful, you know. She don't want to see you. Come on. And off they go, walking on the just walking along the road a bit, and there's some Thai cafes. She takes him into a Thai restaurant, and he's not sure of all the Thai food. He's not really, can't work it out. It is quite a Thai restaurant with no English menus. And she orders some food. She walks through the menu with him, and they get some food, you know, chicken and cashew nuts and rice or something. Then they just get talking, and X says to him, starts asking him personal questions. I mean, she did seem a shy girl, but she's talking to him a lot. Started asking her, have you been, you know, are you boyfriend, girlfriend? Are you Maddie's boyfriend, or were you his boyfriend, her boyfriend? Craig sort of, he remembers she's told him not to tell people, and he sort of said, no, we're just good friends, catching up. And this X seems to smile at that. She was interrogating him. As I said before, English is great. He didn't say anything. He didn't confirm or not confirm that they were boyfriend, girlfriend, him and Maddie. That could have dropped Maddie in trouble at work, so he couldn't really say anything. They, these two, chatting away, and X was asking him about Ireland and about how many times he'd been to Thailand. And then she explained to him that he asked her a question. He started opening up a bit, but not about Maddie. And he started asking her some questions. She'd been really bad childhood. Family had passed away when she was young. She's just ended up in Phuket. She tried working in a bar once and hated it, and hated the girls, and she just couldn't get on with the normal girls, but she could with the lady boys. And she said she'd put herself through school to learn English, and with the show, and she'd landed a good job, reasonable money. She never had kids. She was only about 24, 25. And she just plodded on with life. She's got her own little room. She doesn't share it. And she's happy. But not had a boyfriend. Had a Thai boyfriend many years ago, but nobody since then. Finished the lunch, and he says, well, I'd like to see Maddie. I want to see her today. If I don't see her now, I'm not going to get to see her because of the show tonight. Any chance we can get in? And she said, we'll see what we can do. We'll go back. Takes him back to the show, back door, stage pass. See if she can get one. Maddie's like a bit cheesed off again. Here he is, turned up, you know. She sort of promised him the earth, and now he's turned up. She's like sort of avoiding him. Anyway, she comes out, and she says to him, Craig, I'm sorry, I can't see you, I'm busy. It's not going to work between you and me. I've actually now getting friendly, and she admitted it. She was straight up. I'm my new flatmate. They're getting on. They're like girlfriend, boyfriend. She said, I'm hooked up with this girl. I haven't got time for you. The show's more important. The dancing, the future is more important to me. I'm really sorry. It's not going to work. Craig is gobsmacked. He did not expect this. He knew that something wasn't right. He could feel it, but he was just gobsmacked. Anyway, X was stood there, and Maddie said, if you are around in Phuket again, pop in and see me next time you visit. leant over, kissed him on the cheek, turned around and said goodbye through the door. X was there, and Craig was like tears in his eyes. X could see this, and now she knows that they were sort of boyfriend girlfriend. And X actually comforted him and said, "Look, you're here for a few, you're here for a few weeks." And he told her, and he's like nodded. She said, "I finished tonight, 11 o'clock. Let's meet for a drink. Give me your phone number. I'll ring you. Here's my number." And he sort of reluctantly, yeah, and they swapped details. She said, "Go and get a drink. Go and have a swim. Go to the hotel. Get some food. Just go and think about what's happened." Really brilliant English, lovely girl. And he's gutted. Off he goes. He goes back to the hotel, gets to his room and sort of sobs his heart out by the, What can you say? He's broken hearted. He spends the day in his hotel. He does pull himself out and go and get food later. He's quite a strong guy. Look what happened to him in particular with that girl, and then the other guy. Oh, he's been through the ringer. He's found out that he loves ladyboys. He had a girlfriend before. 11 o'clock, sure as anything, a couple of minutes past, X on the phone. "Where are you? What are you doing? I'm coming to see you." And he says, "I'm in so-and-so bar next to the hotel." Again, it's that second road, one road back from the beach. There's a row of shops. It's like a market, indoor market sort of place. And behind the road, there's a car wash. There's some hexagonal bars, beer bars. They're like open bars down both sides of the road, and he's on one of those, and he tells her. She says, "Oh, I'll be there in 15 minutes. She turns up quicker than 15 minutes on a bike, little scooter. Comes across, rubs his hand on his back, says, "I'm hungry, let's go and get some food." She's quite, considering she's supposed to be a shy girl, she's quite forceful. "Let's go and get some food." And he's like, "Okay." Pays his bar, and she fancies Thai food again as normal, but says, "Do you want some Western food and I'll get Thai food?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think so." So they go on her bike round to past Bangla Road and a couple of side streets, and there's some restaurants that do Farang food, Thai food, seafood, the lot. Go there. It's not too bad. It's about 150, 200 baht a meal, so it's pretty average for Phuket. They sit down, have a meal, and X to ask him then, "So you were boyfriend and girlfriend. What happened? How did you find yourself liking ladyboys?" The full. And he spilled the beans. They sat there for a good hour, and he spilled the beans that he'd had a girlfriend. This has been accidental. Then he tried another ladyboy. Then he's come back to her. And he just said it was just different and special, but he's still attracted by women. Now, X said, "Yeah, carry on drinking while you're eating." And she had a couple of drinks, and he was merry by this time, I think, and had another drink. Finished the food, paid the bill, and he's sort of, must be 11:30, 12 o'clock. X gets him on the back of the bike, back to the hotel, and he's a little bit merry. Gets to the hotel, walks in, it's like a little reception at the front. Guy on the desk throws his key at him, and X pushes him up the stairs to his room. Next morning, Craig wakes up, a bit worse for wear, and doesn't remember too much about the night before. Anyway, goes to get up, turns around, and there's X. And he's like shocked. Well, suddenly finds a woman next to him. And the man instincts in him, he's lifting the covers to see if X is dressed. No, not dressed. It doesn't remember. Gets up, X wakes up, and he goes off to the shower, and X joins him and starts, well, let's just say they have an aerobic session. X is all over him, and X tells him that she hadn't been with a foreigner for like maybe 6 years or something, and that she found Craig rather attractive and his story, and it was just the right time for her to have a bit of a fling. Craig was sort of, after this aerobics in the showers, he was like, quite a nice feeling. There you go, what can you say? They get dressed, breakfast, wander off, spend the day together till X has got to go to work. And then this sort of twisted part of Craig, he wants a bit of revenge on Maddie, or he wants to make her a bit jealous. He goes up to the show about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, back door, asking if X is there, not Maddie. The guy thinks he comes to see Maddie. Got, yep. X comes out, because she's wandering around all the time, she's sort of got a free pass. She comes out, throws her arms around him, gives him a hug and a kiss, and he's like, oh, this is alright. No Maddie around. And X, I can't get you in, she said, because I haven't got the privileges, but I can definitely get you in the show, and then wait in the show and I'll see you at the front after. So it's like, okay. And she gets him into the show, watches the show, afterwards it's a photo session, so he comes out, and there's Maddie doing hair touch-ups and stuff, and she just looks at him bewildered that he's there. And then X comes across, throws her, it's the perfect, you know, comes across, throws her arms around him, gives him a kiss, and Maddie's watching. And then Maddie's like, huffed, and just carries on with the work. So there it is, guys. Maddie, new partner, living with a new lady boy. Craig, temporarily, he's got this new girlfriend X, who's all over him. He's 3 or 4 days into his 5-week holiday in boot camp. Twists and turns, twists and turns. Very few happy ever after love stories, isn't there? There's always a twist at the end. Anyway, let's leave Masquerade there and move on to the next love story. I hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe you've had similar experiences. The usual, put the comments below and let me know, and let the community know. It'd be great to hear your ladyboy stories. And maybe you've met Maddie at the show. Is she a dancer now? I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, take care, have a good day, week, weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.